Hello, Reese from the Point Music Podcast thingy with another episode for you. I am chatting to Harry and Tay from the band It's Acrylic. They have a new single out, and I still can't pronounce the name properly. Kintsukuroi, I think. I got it. It's already out. It's a collaboration with another Brisbane artist called Neish, and it's brilliant. If you like, I was described as like a kind of Death Cab for Cutie kind of vibe. So it's kind of a acousticy emo kind of stuff, and yeah, you should definitely check that one out. They're launching it in Brisbane this Friday night, which if you happen to listen to the podcast now or see the podcast now, you've got a little bit of time to figure it out. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this chat with Harry and Tay from It's Acrylic, ladies and gentlemen, and people of all sorts. Here we go. As I always say, it's Acrylic. Hello, Harry. Hello, Tay. How are we tonight, man?
Hello.
Gentlemen?
Hello.
I'm good.
I'm well. I'm a little bit sleepy, a little bit tired. We
Oh.
just wrapped up a few days of rehearsals, so we're like
Mm-hmm.
musiced out, feeling good.
Are we touring, are we?
No, not as of yet. We have a show on Friday that we've been like kind of crunching for a little bit, um,
Yeah,
which has been good.
it's it's impossible to get us all in the same room at the same time. So
I know that
Yeah.
feeling. I've been in bands that have been like multiple members, and like trying to organize a band rehearsal, let alone multiple band rehearsals, is almost impossible, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's just bandy things.
Yeah. All
But
right. So well done on Kintsukuroi. Is it Kintsukuroi? Because
Kintsukuroi.
yeah,
Yeah,
because there's
yeah,
actually that terminology that you're referring to. It's and kintsugi as well. So there's
yeah.
two names for it,
yeah,
right?
I was really worried about that because I named the song and like got the theme from a tattoo that my mum had.
Hmm.
And then when I was looking into it, because I wanted to make sure that I was sort of getting the nuance right, that word kept cropping up and I was like, is this a made up term? Am I using the wrong thing? But I, to my, like, they are both valid and real, but I
Yep.
think that kintsugi is like more like I think my understanding of it is that that's more like the noun of the practice, whereas kinsukuri is a little bit more like
the
the
verb.
verb. You know what I
Yeah.
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
I
got it.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I actually, if in my day job, I sell opals. Okay.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah. Interesting thing. Um, and I was approached about 10 years ago by some artists that do kintsugi, and they actually wanted to do. They were showing me what they wanted to do. The whole pottery broken and redoing it together with the gold infill, and then they were putting in opal in the middle of it all. I went,
Hmm.
that's gonna be interesting. It turned out amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it was kind of cool to see that someone in the music terms has brought it up. So yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting
Yeah.
that. Anyway, great track. It was
Thank you.
giving me personally, it was giving me so like Death Cab kind of vibes. So Death Cab for Cutie,
Hmm.
that kind of stuff, right?
Hmm.
And the team up with Neish was beautiful, and she's released a really cool track just recently too.
Yeah.
But because I had actually never heard of you guys, and I feel really bad that because you are a Brizzy band and it's what I deal with. I did a back dive through your catalog, and holy shit, you guys have got some like heavier, rockier sort of stuff, particularly from the
Yes.
2023 era, right? And
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
Yeah.
even Blossom is a absolute freaking banger of a track, and then all of a sudden you just do this whole left turn and do this whole like almost like an acoustic kind of vibe with this, which is beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
We well, Kintsukuroi is like I think the third song we made as a when we started writing.
Hmm.
Second or third, something like that. I think that it was we have always had ambitions to have that spectrum of like texture and loudness and energy.
Hmm.
Um, I think that I personally get really worried about it sometimes that like we are making disparate enough songs that we could be alienating enjoyers of
Mm.
either end. I worry about that a little bit.
Mm.
There's
But
nothing wrong with
I
it.
think that yeah, I mean I have I've just got a lot of things to say and some things work better with certain sounds, you know?
True, true. It's like it's very lush, but also very sort of stripped back, and like I said, the working with Niche into it was just like a chef's kiss on that song. So how'd that
Mm.
collaboration come about?
We were like looking for someone for like quite a while, and the initial plan was to just have some like extra backing vocals as like texture. Like we do a lot of backing vocals on a lot of our songs, um, almost as their own like instrument in the like arrangement of stuff. And I really like that as a production tool.
Mm.
But I feel like Tay's voice in particular for this song, we needed more softness and more like,
Mm.
it's a rock singer like
Mhm.
by trade. And yeah, so that was the initial plan. So we were looking around for someone, and then we eventually like landed on Niche and like asked her if she wanted to do it. She said absolutely, and she really liked the song.
Mm.
And then we kind of just went, what if she just took the second verse? Like it's like her voice just sounded really good. We like thought about it a little bit and was like, this still like all makes sense and actually adds like a bit more depth and a bit more like nuance to like what we're trying to say with the song.
Sure.
And so we just did it. We just went ahead and recorded it, and it was like super quick. It was just like a day session of like working on it and getting it right. And yeah, she's such a fantastic singer that it's like it wasn't hard. Like it was a breeze.
Harry, do you do the production?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
that's that.
I
Okay,
do.
this is a modern thing now. Like, there's always going to be one member in the fucking band
Yeah.
that's either doing a sound engineering degree or a like music production degree, or just knows how their way around the studio, right? Yeah, it seems to
Yeah.
be a thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
It really is. I think it's because of like the modern requirements of artists,
Mm-hmm.
like the rate at which
The turnover.
like
Yeah.
yeah, that which people expect you to be putting out music and like even just doing your own demos and stuff, like someone has to be sort of around something for you
Mm-hmm.
to even like get a leg up. Like I work with a lot of artists like just like throughout my day and throughout my week, like for work. And I'm like, it's really hard for them. Like
Mm-hmm.
like production costs money and it's obviously a skill, but like yeah, it's such a leg up and almost a necessity. Like in today's climate.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Sorry,
If
Tay.
Harry wasn't in the band,
Yeah.
if I had to pay Harry, I wouldn't be a musician. I would have given
So many people are so mad at you right now. They're like,
Shit,
up.
I had to do the same thing. I had to teach myself
yeah,
production, man. Like seriously, one of the
yeah,
bands I was in, it's just like this is going to be kind of cost too much to just to go in and do demos all the time. So I just went, oh fuck it, I'll just taught myself
yeah, yeah.
logic.
I tell that to bands that I work with. I was like, the more prepared you can come into the studio and the
Hundred
more you
percent.
understand the process, like
Mhm.
you'll probably get a better result out of it, even.
But also to not be tied to the demo process at the same time, not be too attached to how that demo
Yeah,
sounds because it's going to sound
bit of
completely different.
demoitis.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
does that happen to
Yeah,
you guys
I
though?
yes.
Yeah.
So 100% I get demoitis, but I more recently in the last couple of years I've started actually singing a bit shit on purpose in the demo because I really don't want to get attached to it. I definitely still find myself growing very, very like comfortable with the melody and the phrasing
Mm.
that I do use in the demo. And then when Harry's like, "How about you sing in time?" I'm like, "No, fuck you."
Chino does it, so I fucking don't.
Yeah, yeah. I think I used to get it a lot more like before. I just do so much music now
Yeah.
that like I have very little like that I get attached to. Um and like yeah, when we're in the studio even doing vocals for something that's been a certain way for like 5 years
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "Oh, I feel like we could do this a bit better," and we try a few things and pick the best one and it's like turns out a bit different than we thought, but it's always just making decisions in the moment. Like, is it good? Like, do we think we can make it better? Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, that's better. Like, let's go with that.
So
So
I was noticing with the releases on the basically on Spotify, it seems to be like the whole waterfall trickle effect that you guys are doing. So I'm guessing you guys got like a full EP album in the works, right? Yeah.
yeah, we do have an album in the
Yeah.
works. It's we haven't like announced it officially. We're gonna like talk a bit more about it on the at the show on Friday
Mm-hmm.
in depth because there's like a bit more there's like some very heavy songs and some very soft songs on the album and it's kind of like tied into the like concept of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like kind of gearing the show around that and like talking a bit about yeah, what's gone into this album. So there'll be like more in-depth explanation on all that and it'll be a lot easier to understand when the album's out as well.
Yeah,
Like what the hell we're talking about, super heady.
Yeah, the order is pretty important, I would say. Yeah, I think singles, I imagine everyone does this. Like I genuinely have no
Mm.
idea because as well as being the producer, Harry's also the like manager. So
Yep.
all of the ideas are his. But I imagine that when people are structuring an album versus when they're thinking about the release order for the singles, it's like a completely different requirement of things, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, it's really it's really spooky being like, all right, so I guess we'll just do the good ones and then hope people listen to the album anyway after the all the good ones have already come out.
Yeah, I get a little bit sort of disappointed when like a band sort of puts out an album and it's literally just one extra track. They've just released all the hits.
Yeah,
It's like, come
yeah.
on,
We
really?
we can definitely say it's not that. We like it's got a lot of songs. It's probably too long, at least for our enjoyment. It's definitely too long. But
I'm
um,
glad the process
yeah,
of the
it's a
album's still alive though. A lot of people just don't do it anymore. They don't want to do it.
yeah. We had a conversation about that a little while ago, and I think we're like coming to realize that like we're truly an like we think we're going to be an album band. Like
Mm.
even though it's not or like, putting out tons of singles is very advised and very fun and like helps the algorithm and blah blah blah. Like we just don't like we just get really excited about making an album.
Yeah.
Um and I think that's just what we want to do. Like we want to make
Yeah.
projects that stand on their own as like little time capsules. And
Yeah.
we've done an EP before and it doesn't even feel the same as like it's not even in the same ballpark as doing
Well,
like,
that's the whole thing with as
50
an
plus
artist
minutes.
is the evolution of you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I, I feel like there's I mean, I already said I've got a lot to say, but like I think that like there is more that you can with it being a time capsule, it's like if you've got like there's just more to explore
Mm.
in a time and place for us as a band, like with influences that we are all getting into or all agreeing on or wanting to explore.
Hmm.
I just feel like, you know, you can like I'm not trying to bag anyone who's like just like trend hopping or whatever, like chasing the big sound. Like, get it because I wish I was rich. That sounds awesome.
Mm.
But like, I just think that like I could finish a song and just be like, I just want to do like I just still feel like I'm in this. Like I have another song's worth of this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah,
Well, that's the whole part art, right? We're trying to make our stance and our stamp or mark on the world, and we do so by creating these pieces of music and putting it out there. And then the hard part is the next step is the whole promotion trail and making sure people are actually fucking listening to it.
yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah, man.
it sucks when you put all that effort into it and all of a sudden you just see your streams and you go, huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
What's the
like I
numbers?
think every artist deals with that like differently, or every small artist deals with that differently.
Hmm.
Um, and like it's definitely something that I don't think anything can really like prepare you for. Like I think when you're young and you're a musician or any sort of artist, like I don't know whether it's ego or what, or like, but there's definitely something in the back of your mind that is just like, yeah, this is like awesome and like it's gonna make me a little bit famous. Like everyone's gonna love this. There's gonna
Yeah.
be no like I'm not gonna have to peddle this at all. Like people are just gonna like it. Um, and I think it's actually a good thing, like for I think your creative um brain to learn to switch that off and
Hmm.
learn to just do what you genuinely want to do. Um, that's why I still do this band. Like I still produce music for other people all the time, like all week. But like because I have that, I can like segment that into the like music as business and like
Yep.
as a product and like making it for people. I still try and make it very well and to their liking. But when I do this band, it's like I'm just doing what I want. Like I'm just doing
Mm.
what I think sounds good and what I would like to hear that isn't out in the world.
Well, that's
And
that,
yeah,
that is the thing though. Like I think Tate touched on it just a second ago. Basically, are we chasing as artists? Do we chase the trend or like
Mm.
the sound, or do we risk it all and just write the music that we want to hear ourselves and we want to write, right? So that's the constant battle. Like, do you want it? Do you feel like you should be making music that everyone else is gonna like because there's a few other bands that are hitting it at the moment, which happens a lot in this country. I see it every day. And then there's those that just go, you know what? I'm going to take this here and this here because I like that stuff, and I'm going to write the music that I want to hear. And if you guys like it, fucking sweet. If you don't, well,
Yeah.
what are we going to do?
Yeah. Something I tell the guys as well is like the it's so much like effort to be an artist and to like even have as much output and time put in to have a career anyway, that you may as well make it the music that you're really proud of. Like the only
100%.
way that I feel like our band is gonna like stay together, stay strong, and like really put in the hard yards is if it's the stuff that we are like all in on. Like we wouldn't change a thing. We're like, yeah, this is awesome. This is us. Like there's no pretense. There's no lies. Like this is what we want to do.
Pretty much every song I've like written in the last, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years. Every time I finish like my I get my core idea captured, if it's just like the verse chorus, I finish it and I'm like, that's the best song I've ever written. Like that, there it is. And that just happens like every single time.
That's that dopamine rush, man. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just chasing that feeling. Like the good feelings that come from making music is just as important to us as like putting it out and having other people like it. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
I a couple of years ago, I think that like Harry was saying, the early, I don't know, ego, naivety, whatever, of just being like, this one's so good that it's just gonna like it's the one, it's gonna break.
Yeah.
And it's just like after a couple of those releases in a row, it's sort of just like, I'm getting pretty tired of this disappointment. The joy is coming from the art, you know,
Yeah.
like I finished the art and I'm like, God, I loved that. There's no point in chassising on some sort of like, slot machine lotto ticket onto the end of that and being like, and it's also gonna like do the fame thing. Like I made the art and it felt so good, and like genuinely that's all I need, like.
Well, I think you were touching on it a little bit before. There's a lot of nepotism that comes into play in this country, and this. I'm not afraid to fucking say this shit because it is. I see it quite a bit.
I wish, man. I wish I had 1,000 rich uncles.
And then unfortunately, it is the ones that like don't have to go do a day job or anything like that, and be too tired to go home and write some music or anything. That can just, I'm getting paid to do this. I can go create art because all my bills are taken care of. Wouldn't that be fucking lovely? But a lot of us got to work for a living, so we've got a roof over our heads and we can eat, and then we can pay to create the stuff that we like doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad you're on the same level. So that's good. 'Cause I have touched on it briefly before, but I tread carefully who I say it to, and obviously it's a podcast. I don't fucking care, but it's not fair.
Yeah,
Basically.
like life's not fair. The music industry is very not fair.
Oh no, the music industry is so not fair.
Yeah,
but I do think it's, maybe I'm getting a little bit too like political here in nature, but
go for it.
I feel like, when capitalism sucks. There I said it. Shoot, I think capitalism sucks. But I do think that it creates the context where you define success in art as financial success, and it also means that like when you're thinking like, oh, I need to like I need to scrounge up money so that I can pay to do the art instead of, like being able to just like survive off the money of the art. Like I need to scrounge up money to like buy my stupid Magic the Gathering cards and like, like I'm all of my other interests, all of the other things that I do that like bring me joy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am lucky because I like my day job. I think it's pretty good. Like it's not something that I feel like chained to, but I definitely know so many musicians who are like that, who like it's just all day, just kill me so that they can work on music.
But what happens to them if they don't reach that target? They're going to beat themselves up, right?
Yeah. Probably.
Which is not fair because they might actually have the skill set and the talent, and they might absolutely absolutely have some crazy music, but just because they just don't
Yeah.
have that one connection, or they just missed it by this
Yeah.
much, and then they're going to feel like it's their fault when really it's
Yeah.
just circumstance and unfortunately
Yeah.
money.
Mm.
Money. Money.
All
World
right.
bad. Music good though, but well, music good, but world bad.
Look, man, I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been playing in and out
Mm.
bands for over 3 decades now, and I've seen all that shit. It goes in
Mm.
waves and all these cycles. It's just nuts.
Mm.
But one thing I can point out, and this is going slightly off topic, but is that the Brisbane scene, I think, has got to be one of the healthiest and busiest scenes in this country now. Outdoing Melbourne. And the only one that's close to it is Perth.
Mm.
Ah, there
There's,
you go.
there's,
I know nothing about Perth's music except
dude.
there's that one festival there that we would love to be a part of.
They actually have quite a few festivals over there.
Yeah.
But their scene is popping off, and I mean, you have bands like South Summit, Dice. I'm struggling to think of all these other bands off the top of my head, but they were all coming over here and doing some crazy shit. So Brisbane's on par. It's really good. It's nice and strong, and I like the scene that it's a healthy underground scene.
Yeah, yeah. We were like kind of a COVID band. Like we were a band before that,
Yeah.
but we'd never played until after the pandemic, I believe. I can't even remember.
Shit, that would have been
I
different.
think that has to be true, I think, because
I think
that would have
so.
been our third year of uni and we didn't
Yeah,
play until
yeah, yeah,
after we
yeah.
graduated.
Yeah. So there was a lot of like promise or like feeling in the music industry that like scenes didn't matter or
Mm.
like scenes were dying. Like local scenes didn't have an effect on people's music trajectory,
Hmm.
like throughout the pandemic. And so, and
Mm.
also just the live scene took a massive hit of like
Yep.
so many bands just broke up.
Yep.
A lot of bands started making computer music and then
Yep.
didn't know how to like do anything with that when venues didn't want to put on shows.
Mm-hmm.
But so we like were a live sounding band with strange ideas about the music industry that came from COVID times.
Mm.
And so I think it's taken us a really long time to like really become a part of Brisbane, um, and like have bands who we know and love, who are our friends, who we play with, and we can. And I think this collab is a bit of a testament to that,
Mm-hmm.
of us like taking the step to like, yeah, we're gonna have another artist name on our page because we just think she's great and want to make cool music with them.
Well, name name
Yeah.
And
name
I,
dro- name
I think
drop
it's
some
really
acts that
important.
you reckon are worth checking out.
Ooh.
Cardboard
Yeah.
cutouts. We love cardboard
Yeah,
cutouts.
I know them.
Uh,
Yeah.
Harry's about to just list all of his clients.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay. You could do that. Oh, yeah. Go
I
for it.
think yeah, I always talk about I always talk about Emerson Leaf, who I don't even
Mm,
know, genuinely have no idea if he makes music still. I don't know if he's ever done a live show, but he's worked with like Golden Vessel.
Okay.
He's sort of I think in like the like friends with like Akuri. But the he's got a song with Golden Vessel called Hesitate. That is
mm,
so good.
Okay.
Like
mm.
it's one of the like I don't know. It's one of the I would say I still have probably 50 of them, but like one of the 50 songs that I can like loop play by itself over and over again. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Like it's so good. Harry, you go again. I'll think of another one.
Um, oh, I had it on my brain, and then you started talking about swaggy music, and it left my brain. About swaggy type music. Like we have a lot of like close friends who might not be in our genre as well, but like Jude Corab is like
Mm.
R&B.
Mm-hmm.
Went to uni with him. Um, Clovo as well. Big Clovo fan. Go check out Clovo if you like dark EDM pop
Mm.
type stuff,
Yep.
like Ash Nico.
Yeah.
Um,
Platonic Sex.
Oh
Platonic
yeah, I
Sex,
know Platonic
goaded,
Sex.
I don't know if
goaded.
we're allowed to list them because they're like probably going to get in like a Grammy or something. But you know, like they're
Yeah. Give
they're
them
so
100
good.
Grammys right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give it to them.
No,
They love Platonic
I've
Sex.
done small reviews of their stuff like, quite a few times now. So yeah,
yeah,
I agree. Yeah, great band.
yeah.
Yeah.
I so We all studied at the conservatorium,
Uh-huh.
but we were on the Gold Coast campus,
Ah, okay.
and
I've been there.
we were the last year to be on the Gold Coast campus.
Yep.
So in our degree, we didn't have any first years when we were second year, and by the time we were third years, it was literally just us. There was no second,
You're the
no
last
first.
of them. Yeah.
They had all like migrated to South Bank, and so there is this like South Bank con pop scene that
Right.
that we've been like awkwardly like on the like we know your teachers, like we've met all them, we know them, and like it's been like a lot of them are like genuinely such fantastic musicians,
Mm.
and like following a lot of their like bands. I mean, I assume you would have heard of Special
Yep.
Features. Have you heard of Special Features?
Yep.
Yeah. We actually played a show with them 1,000 years ago at Tomcat,
Oh,
which
when
is
Tomcat was
whack.
open.
I think they sounded, yeah, I think they sounded really different back then, but they're so good. Another band I would really, really recommend is Strayfold. I don't know if you've heard of
No, I
Strayfold.
haven't
There,
that
I
one.
think they're pretty new.
Yeah.
They're sort of like a super group of all of these like musicians that I'm talking about, like
Okay.
but they're very inspired by Twine, which is a band from Adelaide.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of Twine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so definitely that sort of sound. So good though, like really, really incredible. Yeah,
And
that's me.
you guys are launching the single on Friday night? This Friday night?
Yes,
Mhm.
This Friday?
yes, that's the show. Yeah.
Whereabouts?
It's at Hunting Ground Studios, so it's like kind of low key,
Ah.
or like low key venue, sort of a bit of a
Mm.
DIY vibe, which we thought was apt for this sort of song because we're like paring back the set a little bit in terms of
Right.
overall rock and rolledness. So there'll be some acoustic guitars, there'll be some there'll be some piano, there'll be some that kind of stuff. But I've done a show there with my other band, Inconstance, um, and
I've mentioned you
it
guys
was
before.
yeah,
Yeah. I think
yeah.
did I mention or did I do a whole review?
Maybe Jordan reached out to you. He's
Yeah.
the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
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 We just dropped like our first single
Yeah,
like
it was
a
sick.
couple weeks ago.
No, great
Yeah,
song.
yeah. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. So we did a show. That was our first show there with that band, and it went like super well. And it was like such a good. They just have such a good culture there at that studio, and they want to lift up bands and like
So
it
whereabouts in
was.
Brizzy is it?
It's in Maruka, so it's
Okay.
like it's sort of industrial
Yep.
area. Like you can make all the noise you want, like past 6 p.m. They don't mind. Um,
Sweet.
and it's a really nice vibe. So we decided it's also pay what you want. Like they just
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
you can kind
Bring
of
your
set your
own
own
as
terms
well.
and yeah, BYO and all that.
Sweet.
So I am a fan of those sorts of shows, especially in
Almost like a
recession
backyard
core
vibe.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recession court.
Yeah. We love the valley, but we also hate the valley. So,
Yeah.
It's the valley, like that. I played a show there with one of the bands I was in at the beginning of September, end of August, beginning of September, and it was the first time I've been in the valley since the big sound before that. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't change, but at the same time, you just go, wow, it's just this place sort of you love it and you hate it at the same time.
Yeah. It's
It's
just
extra planar in nature.
it is time warping.
Yeah. All right, we've got to wrap this up. But if you got a few more
Yeah.
things you want to add before we sort of close up.
I think we've yapped
Mm.
so close to the sun that I'm
Just
very happy.
gone all Icarus on us.
Um,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy days.
send this to someone that you think would like it, That's
Yeah, like and subscribe.
There we go.
like and subscribe.
Like
Share
and
this song.
subscribe.
I feel like I had somebody reach out today, who I'm like sort of friends with, friends of friends, long, always in the same, similar circles. And they were like, wow, this song's like actually really good. And I was like, are you saying that because you haven't listened to them or because you thought the other ones were shit? Like, I don't mind. It's fine. But thank you. Like,
The honesty there.
Yeah, dude,
Which one is it?
we need to do like a top 10 like backhanded compliments that
Oh.
musicians get because it's so
The
common.
worst one is, oh, you guys should go on The Voice. And it's like, nah, bye. You're out.
People say that, and I'm like, I guess my production's shit then. Like, I guess it's just, I guess he's just got a cool voice.
That's
Like, cool.
the non-music loving normie kind of response. And,
Yeah.
Anyone that's sort of like neurospicy would sort of just go, huh? But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll wrap this up. You guys hang on the line there. Harry, Tay, it's been great chatting to you. It's Acrylic. Check out. Can you guys say the name of the actual single, please? Because I'll fuck it up again.
Kintsukuroi.
Thank you.
With my accent, I don't know.
I will put it in the actual podcast description too, so everyone check it out.
Awesome.
You guys hang on the line. Everyone else, adios. Massive love to Harry and Tay. That was a sick interview. I was saying, once we went off the air and everything, we were having a chat and we just started doing music nerdery. Kind of glad we didn't do it in this one because you guys probably be put to sleep by all the cool stuff we were talking about. That was probably just too nerdy. Anyway, do check out It's Acrylic and their single Kintsukuroi. And if you're in Brisbane on Friday night, I don't know if it's like a full open thing. Anyway, Hunting Ground Studios is where they're doing their launch. Just go check them out. Do it. All right. There'll be another one in the pipeline, another podcast episode. So yeah, do remember to subscribe or follow or whatever you're doing on your podcast, however you listen to this or you're watching this or you're seeing this on socials. To appreciate any kind of support and share it if you really like it. Tell other people about it. I've been doing this for a long time and kind of need to get a bit more traction, I think. Anyway. Thank you for supporting local music, Aussie music, Australian music. I said that. Local music, Australian music, live music, all sorts of music. You guys are legends. Bye.